Turning now to politics, while it may be a new day on the campaign trail, it's the same old story when it comes to negative political ads. Here's the latest from the Democratic National Committee, and it features not Mitt Romney, but the family horse.
Governor, will you release your income tax records?
If that's been the tradition, and I'm not opposed to doing that, time will tell, but I anticipate that most likely I'm going to get asked to do that around the April time period, and I'll keep that open.
The DNC calls it Mitt dancing around the issues in a nod, of course, to the horse, which is competing in the London Olympics in a sport called dressage, sort of horse ballet. Mrs. Romney responded to the ad today on Good Morning America, saying in part, "It makes me laugh." It's like, really? There are so many people out of work right now, and there's this guy right here that has the answers for fixing the economy, and all these attacks. They're going to try everything, end quote. Not to be outdone, though. The Romney team is continuing to hammer President Obama on his remarks about who's responsible for the success of American business people.
If you've been successful, you didn't get there on your own. You didn't get there on your own. I'm always struck by people who think, well, it must be because I was just so smart. There are a lot of smart people out there. It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. If you got a business, you didn't build that.
Of course, Democrats say that's not quite what President Obama said. Joining me now are CNN contributors Roland Martin and Will Cain. Roland leans left, Will leans right. Welcome to both of you.
Good morning, Carol.
Okay.
Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here. We have this barrage of negative ads following a week where Romney, a surrogate, called Obama a pot smoker and anti-American, while an Obama rep intimated that Mitt Romney was a felon. I mean, what names are there left to call each other? Roland?
Oh, trust me, a lot more names left. A whole lot.
Give me an example. Come on.
Let's see. How about crazy, completely out of touch, nuts? Take your pick. Carol, understand, negative campaigning works. We do this dance every 4 years, every congressional race. Oh, Americans are so tired of negative campaigning. No, they're not, because they work. Voters actually respond to negative campaigning. Polling data shows it, campaigns know it, and when voters stop lying to themselves in all these polls we take, saying they don't want negative campaigning, then we'll see the real deal. They work, Carol.
Well,
that's why they continue.
Let me run this by you. There's a new CBS poll out that shows 79% of voters already have their minds made up. They've already picked a candidate. So maybe people just don't care about any ads this year. Will?
No, they care. And besides, the ads aren't only designed to swing independent voters, those that elusive Mount Rushmore reserved space voter we talk about always, the independent swing voter. It's actually used to also energize your base. I think the Obama campaign has done a masterful job of trying to energize their base across every single demographic. They have appealed some certain message to say, hey, let's go vote. This is important. So these ads are also used for that. By the way, I do want to say this, Carol. I take issue with seeing those two ads the same way. That message President Obama gave a week ago about success and who owns your success, that's important. That's deep. That's philosophical. That's at the core of our debate. I'm not sure that's just a negative ad.
So tell me why. What do you
Carol,
think?
What do you
think exactly what President Obama said about small business people owing their success to others who helped them along the way? What do you think he meant to say, Will?
I can't tell you what I think he meant to say. Actually, I think he meant to say exactly what he did. And I think that this goes to his core philosophy. I think that there is a revelation inside that message that suggests, you know, your success is communally owned. Your success was communally achieved. Now, no one argues that man exists in a silo and that there's some straw argument out there that none of us look to others for help. But at the same time, I'm not sure some other guy paying his property tax gives him some claim to 40% of my income because I got up early and busted my butt all day. But I think President Barack Obama disagrees with me on that.
Roland?
Will, stop that nonsensical dance. You know what he's talking about. What he's saying is you're a small business owner. And when you go out and try to get you a loan, guess what? You're going through the SBA. When you're out there trying also building a business and then you're benefiting from improvements when it comes to roads and things along those lines, it's not just you. So you know what that's all about. The fact of the matter is, when you're building a business, you have a customer base, you have marketing, you have all kinds of things along those lines. And so stop this somehow philosophical, deep-rooted belief or whatever. When you look, I'm a small business owner, and guess what? I didn't do it by myself. There were others involved as well. Yes, I got up. Yes, I worked hard. But there are other people who are involved as a part of your success. That's what he's talking about. And don't just follow the clip. Listen to the whole speech.
No, I've listened to the whole thing, and that's not fair because no one said it. So you forwarded the straw man argument right after I said there is no straw man argument. I didn't say that man exists on his own and does it all by himself. What I've suggested is the picture you painted doesn't equal the conclusion, well, then we all have a claim to some percentage of that person's success.
I just simply stated exactly what the deal is.
Well, understand the purpose of the message. Understand the purpose of the speech, why he's saying this.
Okay.
I don't think you guys are going to agree on this, but it was an interesting conversation. Will Cain, Roland Martin, thank you so much.
Better than negative ads.
True. At least it was a real issue.
And Carol, this small business owner likely will be buying Will's breakfast next time I'm in New York.
Probably
Take you up on that, sir.
Thanks to both of you.
Yeah.